French flaps. This is a family channel. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a tag. And I wasn't tagged in this video. I wasn't tagged in this tag. I am just, thought it was interesting. So I'm just gonna do it because I can do that. There are any rules. So this is the in or out tag. And I initially saw it on Miss Reads a Lot channel. So I will link their channel below, even though I wasn't tagged. I just stole it because I'm a rebel like that. All right, so it's kind of quick fire, 26 questions. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, reading the last page first, in or out? Out. Number 2, enemies to lovers, in. 3, dream sequences. Sure, in, I guess. I feel like dream sequences only serve 2 purposes. 1 is to trick you into something, they think something's happening that's not really happening. And 2 is like to foreshadow. And that's fine. Yeah, in, I guess. I don't have a strong preference. Love triangles. In. Love triangles. I know that's a hated trope by many, but I love it. 5, cracked spines. I mean, it happens. So am I in for them? No, I guess out, but it happens. So, you know, it happens when you're reading. Number 6 is back to my small town. This can be a hit or miss for me. I feel like, okay, if it's a second chance romance, in. If it's not, out, I guess. Definitely in if it's a second chance romance, though. 7, monsters are real people. I don't know if I've... In, I guess. 8, no paragraph breaks. Do they mean like in between scenes? Out then, because I get confused. Yeah. If the scene changes within the same chapter and it's not, it just goes to the next paragraph, I'm like, wait, okay, we've changed. We've changed, like time has passed or whatever. Yeah, so I want paragraph breaks. Number 9, multi-generational sagas. Again, this depends. If, because usually historical fiction is usually dual timelines, but it can be multi-generational. And in that way, yes. But if there's too many, so in for that, out for if it's like a lot of generations, because inevitably 1 or 2 is going to be boring to me, and I'm going to want to just be getting to the one that I really like. So if there's too many of them, out. Number 10, rereading, in, because you are never the same person when you read a book. The book stays the same, but you are always changing. So you're always going to have a different experience when you're rereading a book that you loved. Number 11, artificial intelligence, in. This is a reality of our life now, and so we're going to see a lot more fiction, nonfiction, horror, all this on AI, content in general. So I think there's a lot to explore there in the fictional world and the non-fictional world. So yeah, in for reading about it. If that's what this meant, like reading like about things about AI, then in for that. 12 is drop caps. I had to Google what this was. And if you don't know, it's that big letter at the beginning of a chapter, and then the big first letter, and then the other sentences kind of like run into it. I'm going to say out. We don't need that. 13 is happy endings. In. Definitely in for happy ending. But I'm okay if it's warranted not to have a happy ending as well. That can be very sad, but satisfying at the same time. But yes, I would prefer a happy ending. 14 is plot points that only converge at the end. It depends. Sometimes that can be a really good payoff, but if the payoff's not good, then you feel like you've wasted your time. So I don't know. I'm in the middle of in and out for that because it depends on the specific book. Number 15 is a detailed magic system. Generally in for that. Number 16 is classic fantasy races. In. 17 is unreliable narrator. Out. 18, evil protagonists. Honestly, I haven't read a wild amount of these, like a lot of these, but in, why not? 19, the chosen one. I'm going to say in, even though it's heavily overdone, but when it's done well, it is really good. 20 is when the protagonist dies. I'm going to say out. 21 is really long chapters. Out. Give me the short chapters. 22, French flaps. This is a family channel. I don't know what that means. I better be careful when I'm Googling it too. What are French flaps? Oh boy. I'm going to get on a watch list for this. Oh, okay. Yes, French flaps. Out, I think. They could get caught on things pretty easily, I guess. Number 23 is deckled edges. Is that when the edges are rough? God, I feel like such a noob. I don't know what these are, all these things. It can be easier to turn the page. I don't have a strong opinion on these. I feel like they're not the majority of books. Out? I don't care. Number 24, signed copies by the author. I'm going to say in. Because those can be really special if you loved the book. But if you didn't, I guess, I was like, it'd be hard to get rid of. But then if you didn't care about the book anyway, like, who cares if you get rid of it? You could gift it to somebody, and that would be a really nice gift. In. 25, dog-eared pages. Out. Heavily out. 26 is chapter titles instead of numbers. No. Out. And from the big reason for me is I often like to go from audiobook to physical / ebook and back and forth. So I'll go for my walk, I'll listen to my ebook, I'll come back, and I'll sync it all up so I can go back and forth. And numbers are much more easily synced from like how they set up the audiobook and the physical / ebook. But when they veer away from the numbers, I feel like the audiobook, it's how they divide the audiobook starts messing up, and like they don't divide it correctly. So it's a lot harder to find my place with the audiobook and go and like quickly sync up where I'm at. So no, I want it to be like very simple. That way the audiobook is also very simple as far as the labeling of the chapters. That was like a quick fire in or out book tag. All right, so I will tag a few channels below if they are interested in doing this tag. If you're interested in doing it and you weren't tagged, you're it. I've just tagged you. So go ahead and do it. Have a blast. And yeah, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Besides this long form content, we also do productivity and reading sprints twice a week. We have a fun little group in there where we talk about DNFs and book rants and recommendations. So yeah, come in and have a little chat. But yeah, that's all for me for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.